To Nick Batum. A's of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed, when you step back east or wander off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. To Batum. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Nick Batum. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's props.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
And the nice finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Celtics have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Looking to push. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Nick Batum. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down. The Celtics way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as Batum. Won't go down. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Batum. Missed a wide open look. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Batum. To Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Batum. Nikola Batum. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Marcus Smart. And a pass taken away by Charlotte. Batum. Great dish to set it up. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break.
You're on the island now. Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Batum over to the right side. To Nick Batum. Celtics have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Hornets have the basketball.
I got ball, I got ball. Pick up, match up, match up.
Al Horford able to recover with the block. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios.
Back to Ed.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. And he'll go to the foul line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws.
Good shot, man.
Charlotte with the basketball. To Miles Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming to Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Beasley. And look out. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Hornets right now in possession to Miles Bridges. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Hayward. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Batum to Miles Bridges. It goes down.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Charlotte basketball to Nowitzki. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Jones with it. His guys down big. Nowitzki to Taj Gibson. Nowitzki, that's playing with fire. Dirk Nowitzki knocks down the wide-open Jay.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Nick Batum, huge block. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Defense making the ball handler work. To Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jones with it. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Nowitzki. From long range. Off the iron. No good. Fights through traffic to slam it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Nowitzki. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Hornets with the first possessions here in the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Jones with it. Down a bundle.
That's me. I got ball.
Here comes the screen. Bullock against Leonard. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And the basket backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
But it's not good enough.
Jones with it. He'll run the offense. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. To Nowitzki. Marcus Smart sends it away. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Hayward. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
There's something that is so impressive about walking ability. That's something special to watch.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. And that one is out. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Trying to cash in. Bullock can't connect. Boston with the basketball. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. To Miles Bridges. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Miles Bridges. For 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Bullock can't connect. Bridges up to block the shot. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up.
The Celtics put their opponents away in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be
player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fist. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games. For the Charlotte Hornets, the Celtics dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.